This week in Minute 101, we're going to talk about Dota 2's Dragon's Blood. Yes, should you watch it or should you not? Find out with this video. Hey guys, welcome back to Weeb 101's Minute 101. Today we're going to talk about Dota 2 Dragon's Blood. Dota 2 Dragon's Blood is an anime that is based on the popular game Dota. Yes, you guessed it right. Dragon's Blood is based on the Dota universe. Duh! It features a few heroes from the game and features a few characters that exist only in the lore. The story revolves around Dragon Knights, a group of fearsome warriors who hunt dragons and rid them from villages that they plague. Now, Dota has one Dragon Knight and his name is Davion. Dota fans might know him as the Dragon Knight, but in this series, he's just one of many knights who hunts dragons, albeit a very popular one. Spoilers from here on because it's a very short series, only 8 episodes. The story starts with Davion fighting and killing a dragon, but he finds an eldworm nest and he's too afraid to actually wake it up. Now, an eldworm is a name given to a very powerful and ancient dragon with years of power and wisdom under its wings. Another Dragon Knight, the captain of the team, mocks Davion for being too afraid to wake up the dragon, saying he would like to fight it and kill it. Davion simply pushes him aside and tells him that everybody in the area would die if the beast just woke up. The story then moves to Davion interacting with a woman, and some of you fans might know her as Mirana, the Princess of the Moon. She is followed by a scribe or assistant named Marcy. Now, Marcy is a very interesting character. She's actually really strong, she can protect Mirana whenever she needs to, and she is quite wise without words because she's mute. Now, the story takes an interesting turn when the same captain who mocked Davion gets drunk and starts yelling about how no dragon scares him, and at this time, the demon Terrorblade takes the opportunity to corrupt a heart and takes over the captain's body. Terrorblade convinces him to let him enter his heart for endless power. Using this power of the demon, the captain manages to kill the Eldworm. But Davion is hot on his heels. When he sees the scene, it's clear to him that the captain is possessed because he somehow managed to kill a beast that would take a whole legion to kill in the first place. At the same time, Slyrak, the very incarnation of fire itself in the form of an Eldworm, rises in an attempt to kill Terrorblade before he goes rampant and destroys everything. Dragon fight! Now, a human can't fight Slyrak, so Terrorblade possesses the body of the dead Eldworm and starts fighting Slyrak instead. And Slyrak is overpowered at the start, but with a little help from Davion, he manages to turn the tide and actually win, but not before he gets fatally wounded. In his last moments, he asks Davion to give him an honorable death by sword. Davion agrees and decides to kill him, and right as he's about to strike, Slyrak pierces him with his claw, transferring his power to Davion and making him the Dragon Knight. Now, this is the story of how Davion is a guy who just kills dragons to becoming a knight who is actually a dragon. From this point on, Davion transforms into a dragon at different intervals as Slyrak takes over. Well, enough about Davion and all the spoilers related to him. Let's talk about some other cool characters. We have the mystical Invoker. Invoker is the strongest mortal mage who elongates his life with spells. He sits in his tower, lonely, practicing his magics and watching the outside world. In a surprise twist for Dota fans, Invoker actually had a child with Selemene, the goddess of the moon. Unfortunately, the child dies because, well, she's sick and Selemene refuses to heal her because the child doesn't worship her? Very petty, Selemene, very petty. That's your own child. But speaking of Selemene, she's only talked about for a whole decade in the game. She's first shown as a caring figure who heals broken spirits. But we quickly learn that she is a vengeful being who will destroy everybody who doesn't worship her. She also literally destroys people who she doesn't like her own child. But a goddess doesn't really come down to smite mortals, does she? Enter Luna, the scourge of the plains. She's a warrior who rides a mount called Nova. And she has a weapon that can be used at close range and can also be thrown like a boomerang, except it decapitates people. Luna also shows her abilities from the game as she uses her moonlight powers to kill all the elves who refuse to worship Selemene. This is getting long and complicated. Dragons, mages, goddesses, demons, the scourge. What's going on? It's best you check it out for yourself. So, Dragon's Blood, watch or not? Weeb 101 says watch! Also recommend playing Dota 2. They just launched a new player experience. There's a tournament going on right now, And there's a new update that's going to come out with the new hero on April 9th. Don't blame us if you never do anything other than play the game, though. It's very addictive. That's not on us, that's on you. Okay, that's it for this episode of Minute 101. We hope you liked it. Let us know your thoughts on the anime or the game in the comments down below. Check out our podcast, subscribe, and you shall see an episode based on this very anime very, very soon. Like, share, follow, and we shall see you next week with another recommendation.